Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. So good afternoon. Let me be at the same level as you visually. Okay. So we both at the same level now. So we have today with us Anita. Let me see if I have your last name somewhere. What's your last name? Kumari. Kumari.
Yeah.
Okay. Anita Kumari, who has a new startup called Happiness Factors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how old is your startup?
So I registered my startup in California around 4 years ago, but I was still in corporate. So I did not start working on it till 3 years ago.
Okay. Okay. After you left your job?
Yes, I left my high-tech job. I was managing 7 countries for a big data company.
Okay.
And with that, I then never had time to do anything else.
But you learned from that job how to manage your startup?
Yes, that was one of the companies I learned. So I've also worked for another startup before, and I've worked for big companies like Google, Western Digital, and Applied Materials. So I have a good combination of the big company and the how to work with minimal resources in a startup.
Nice.
That's very useful.
That's very useful, of course. So are you, so you were in marketing before, so that's perfect because you need to market your happiness factors now. And happiness factors.
I'm more of a business person, not a marketing. Sorry.
Oh, you were in business before?
Yeah. I was more partnering with the C-level and the like CEOs and executive vice presidents of different companies.
Oh, okay.
And okay. Countries for them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, did you come up with the idea because you felt people needed to know how to be happier?
Yeah, so that's one of the things, and I'll give you a little bit of brief background on how I was compelled to leave my job and open the startup. So I've seen throughout my career in the high tech that the engineers and the people who worked like really so hard to make the company successful are some of the most stressed out people. They sometimes get depressed or down, or 1 or 2 even try to commit suicide. And also in my personal, and in my personal life, I used to be with someone who was very abusive, and I wasn't willing to leave him. And I was like pretty much till I got the ultimatum, like I was referred to a therapist who told me leave while you still can in one piece. And that's the only time I left. And even then I was so underconfident and did not feel good about myself that I let him get away with everything. And it took me years of self-development and working on myself to really come to this place. Yeah. And also when I was going through that stuff, I was the doctor was trying to put me on antidepressant, which I knew I did not need because I had a real thing going on. And also I know the side effects. So I decided to start each day with a workout. And that's when I got into Zumba or kickboxing and started self-development with Tony Robbins, Dale Carnegie, and others. And that made me realize how important it is to provide holistic resources when people are going through stuff in life.
Okay, so it seems to be working for you because you are smiling.
Yes. Everyone out there says that, okay, my smile brightens up the room.
Okay, so it worked for you. You felt good about yourself. You exercised, endorphins start flowing through your body every day. And I guess you had income, so that was not a problem in your life. And the only thing that was missing is that you broke up with someone. So you were trying maybe to find a replacement, I assume. I'm not sure.
Not now, actually, because I was trying to first let myself heal. See, one of the main mistakes people make is they try to run from one relationship to another. And in my case, even my friends were trying to set me up or my family was trying to do that. But I knew that I needed to heal myself. Otherwise, I will take the same hurt into another relationship and I will not have a good relationship. So it took me years to work on myself and to come to this place where I'm totally healed and confident enough that now I can take anything and get successful in anything. In fact, I have won quite a few awards since I've healed.
Okay. And So you applied the formula to yourself. It
Yes.
worked. And now you want to give the formula to someone else or many more people. The formula is to be active, to be busy, and to be connected and network and see new people and feel good about yourself.
Yeah. Mhm. Go
Feel
ahead,
good about
sorry.
yourself and gradually get off any type of drugs like you did.
Yes, also, so what I do is my company is creating an emotional wellness ecosystem,
Yeah.
and where we target the subconscious mind, because most of our thought or behavior patterns are in our subconscious, which is around 80 to 90% of our psyche. Whereas most of the time when you have an issue, or many people work on the conscious mind. So you see, suppose you have weed in your garden, right? If you just cut it off from the top, every time it rains, it will grow up. Whereas if you have if you dig deep and take it out, if the roots are gone, then it won't come back again next time it rains. So same way I work on the mental health of people, like try to target the subconscious mind to give them a solution which will target the root cause, so that they won't have the same issue again.
Oh, so you remove the weeds.
Yes, from the roots. And I also wrote a book called Find Your Happy, which I got an award for. It was like
Find Your Happy. Who wrote it?
I wrote it.
Oh, you wrote it. Okay.
But yeah, this is my book. This is the first thing I did when I started my company, because people knew me as a high-tech executive, and I wanted them to know me as the emotional wellness person. So what better way to do it than write a book, right?
Now, to compare yourself today with when you were not happy, you were not giggling all the time, right?
No, I wouldn't even, not giggle. If someone would so much as say hello, I would start crying, and I wouldn't drive on the freeway. I would dress like till full sleep because I was so ashamed of myself, and I wouldn't look people in the eye. Like I would walk like this. That's what my classmates from my MBA school tell me. And I was like totally so much. I would say under
in
that I
yourself.
didn't want to step out of my house. Yeah, I didn't feel good, and I didn't feel good enough to even live. So it was like really different person. I didn't try it. I didn't think I can do anything, let alone open my startup, right?
Okay, and what gave you the courage to switch and leave the elements that were not contributing to your happiness? What made you make all those steps?
So I would say, as far as my ex is concerned, the thing which made me leave was miscarriage I had because of him, and also the one of the vacations I took with him, where I was camping with him in Santa Cruz Mountains, and I had a very good intuition that if he pushes me down the mountain, no one will know where I went. That was a big motivator, and apart from that, my therapist also told me that I should leave while I still could in one piece and take a restraining order. Otherwise, you never know what's going to happen. So because of it, yeah, so that's what made me leave. And I would say to answer the second part of your question, seeing so many people go through mental issues and get put on antidepressants or other medications which don't take care of the root cause, it's only symptom relief. That was one thing. And many of the minor ailments, right, like mood swings or anxiety or worry, fear, they can be easily resolved through the combination of neuro-linguistic programming, meditation, gratitude, hypnotherapy, or Vedic teachings. And so I combine the best of the Eastern and the Western holistic methodologies to create my product. And my app on happiness is going to be released on the App Store and Android Store next month.
Oh, okay. And the app will guide people to do a few things differently.
Yeah, it will guide them through how to get more happy. And then I have 30 more modules for which I'm going to look for VC funding. And once I get the funding, then I'm going to get all those modules developed as well. And apart from that, we also have various coaching packages which are available on our website, happinessfactors.com, as well as we provide lots of free resources on our YouTube channel where I record on whatever topic the people want. Like the next week's recording uploaded will be on intentions, how power of intention makes you achieve whatever you want. Before that, it was mental health during the COVID times. And I have lots of others like clarity for happiness or forgiveness, or why you need to take care of emotional wellness to get more productive at work and get more successful in your career or your business as well.
Why would people be unhappy during COVID?
That's a great question.
Because it's an inside job. It's not an external factor.
I know, but still, I'll tell you, many people, because they don't take care of the inside that much. The whole day they watch the TV and they have a news where they say, "Oh, this many people died, that many people died. There is no cure," and they get more and more stressed and more unhappy. And for some people, they are unhappy because they can't get out of the house and they are so much used to being out all the time or eating out and hanging out with other friends. So they are totally alone in their home, and that's what makes them, I think, feel more unhappy. So we need more of these classes. Actually, I also run a weekly class called Emotional Wellness in the Uncertain Times, so that people who are alone, they can access it from the comfort of their home and get some tools and techniques to get feel a little bit better and feel well if they practice it long term.
Actually, in March, when they did the lockdown, every day I would go to the Bay Bridge, and I was the only one there. So I was alone outside.
Wow. So you had fun, right?
Yeah, it was just me and the seagulls.
Oh, that's nice. That's amazing. But you know, I do have friends who haven't stepped out of the house even now. They get their grocery delivered to their house.
I've seen that. And I went out every day from day one. I never took a day off staying home.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. That means you are emotionally, you are happy inside.
No, even there were like sometimes police cars going around to make sure everybody was not outside, and they would look at me and say, "What is she doing here?" And but they never did anything to me because I was not doing anything wrong, you know. But I was just outside.
Yeah.
As long as I don't hurt anybody and I wear a mask, they don't care.
That's awesome. See, I go for walks, and I have right now I started hanging out with my friends like one-on-one, like go for dinners or something. But I haven't attended any big parties. Some of my friends are throwing big parties with 50 or 100 people, but so far I have been not attending that, though I might attend one of the Halloween parties. But other than that, basically, if you keep your immune system strong and take precautions,
you should be okay.
Like for me, there is I make sure my vitamin D and C are always good.
Yeah.
I've never been sick in my whole life because of I change my diet according to the changing weather. And at night I take there is a herb called haritaki or harar. So if you take 1 spoon, it's called a super herb, like it's a fruit, but they dry it, make it a powder. So if you take 1 spoon of it with lukewarm water,
what's your immune system of that fruit? What's the name of it?
It's called haritaki, Haritaki.
Haritaki, I never heard of it.
Yeah.
I never heard of it. So is it like a Japanese fruit?
No, it's an Indian fruit. It's
Indian. Okay.
Yeah.
And you find it, I guess, in Indian stores.
Indian stores, Amazon, eBay.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I never heard of it, so I learned something new today. But
because I combine Ayurveda also in the whole lifestyle coaching I offer, so that's why I know enough about herbs and spices and different things you can eat to keep you
your diet is very important also.
Yes.
If you junk food in your body, you're gonna get depressed automatically, right?
That's so true. And also when you cook, like one of the things I tell people, if you're feeling down, maybe cook a dish which requires lots of steps, because that keeps you busy and that keeps you from sitting in one place and crying. So you're moving, so automatically your state will change and you'll feel better.
Oh, a lot of ingredients in the recipe?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So actually I send out a newsletter every week, and one of the things included in my newsletter is a new recipe every week, which is healthy and vegetarian.
Actually, I did have a newsletter for a year, and every month I would publish one recipe. But, you know, after a year, I didn't like to do it anymore, I stopped. But if you like doing it, keep doing it.
Yes. Yeah, I have someone do it for me.
Oh, okay.
Because I have a startup, right? So I have to manage the technical team, the marketing team, all my interns. I even strategize to get the funding. So I don't have time to do everything on my own. So I had someone to post for my social media, and I had someone to do my newsletter for me.
Oh, okay.
But I have my own writing also every
week. But the content will be slightly different than if it was you who was doing everything.
Yes, it will be, because I have one article from me, and then I let the person who is editing the newsletter take care of the rest.
Yeah. I had several contributors to my
Uh-huh.
newsletters, and I would just put it together and add my own stuff,
Yeah.
and also I would add one interview each time. Um, I would record it on audio and transcribe it. But anyway, to go back to Happiness Factors,
Uh-huh.
why would anybody subscribe to it? It's a subscription, I assume.
Yeah, it has right now different coaching packages, and with the apps, it will be different subscription models.
Yeah.
So that's still getting developed. But I would say, like, see, anyone who thinks they are having limiting beliefs, so that they think, oh, they can't do this, they can't do that, or they are worried all the time, or stressed out, or anxious, right? Like I have known people who sit in the car and won't start it because they are afraid that it will get into accident, right? So if people have any of these issues, or even like getting out of the house, or anything which they want, they think is stopping them from achieving their dream life, they should definitely call us for a free strategy session, because the first session we always evaluate for free, because we want to see if it's a good fit. If it's not, we will refer them to someone else, right? So, and we also have a nutritionist on board. So we include nutrition as part of our coaching packages. And so I would say we do the whole like mind, body, spirit, because we believe that if you work only on single part, it's not long lasting. After a while, it will wear off. So it has to be the total mind, body, and spirit. And we have like disrupting unhappiness coaching. Like some people, like by unhappiness, I mean people who have a problem for every solution you offer, right? They always find an issue, or the negative naysayers, or those people. So they need that desperately in order to feel happy, and also the people around them to feel happy, right? Or some people who are, suppose they want to get promoted, but they don't know why they are not getting promoted. Or some people, they smoke, right? They know it's bad for you, but they can't stop themselves. So those things, I think I can really help them target the root cause and then get rid of them. And not just that, like there are like lots of different packages we offer, which is all on our website. So they can go look at it and call us or email us, and we can provide all the details if people want.
Okay, so like you said, during COVID, one thing that people missed is to be able to look for their next relationship. Now, is it possible to be happy without a relationship?
Actually, it's possible to be happier without a relationship than to be happy in a bad relationship. And I'm a living proof, right? So I would say, like, rather don't be in a relationship, because happiness is from inside. And see, if you are in a relationship with someone and they are the right one, then they will complement your happiness, right? So it will feel like more fulfilling. But if you're with the wrong one, then it will take away your happiness. Like I didn't smile for so many years. If you see my pictures, then I look like 10 years older. I look darker. I don't even look like my own self.
Oh, okay. So even though you are single, you're still very happy now.
Oh, yeah. And unless someone adds to my happiness, I'm not getting into a relationship. That's for sure.
Oh, of course. Okay. So it's going to be very hard to find that someone that is the exact match to your happiness.
Yeah, I have my own like a list of things, because see, my problem was with my ex. I never put my boundaries, never put the list of things. Always had, okay, he said he loved me. He said he will kill himself if I don't marry him, right? So I married him. But that again is a psychological problem. So anyway, so I put always his happiness ahead of mine. And that's why he took advantage of everything, including making me sign a power of attorney during.
Oh my God.
So I would say right now, that's why I've learned my lesson. I've had my boundaries. So I have my list. Unless someone adds to my happiness, my successes, and loves me enough to let me take a front seat once in a while, I'm not willing to get into one. I'm happy with myself.
Oh, really?
And it took me many years to really get this place. Yeah.
And how long are you giving yourself, how many years are you giving yourself time to find Mr. Right?
There's no time limit. I trust the divine process. I have a lot of faith and I have a lot of belief. So if I'm supposed to meet him today, I'll meet him today. If I'm supposed to meet him after 10 years, I'll meet him after 10 years. But unless I'm the right soulmate.
You don't have a time deadline?
No, that's it. If you call it God, or you call it, I mean, I'm a Hindu, so I have different gods, but we all believe in some superpower, right? Someone who controls everything. See, in my life, I had planned totally different things. I wanted to live in India. I wanted to be close, near my relatives, and I didn't want to be here. And I didn't think I will marry a guy who will bring me here, then he will abuse me, then try to kill me if I get successful, right? So every time I won an award, he was trying to kill me, basically.
Oh,
because
maybe he was from a different culture than yours or something.
he was a different culture, that's for sure. And we both were very young, so I didn't really know him. And he didn't, maybe never thought I'll get this successful. But I have won, like, even see, I have won awards right now in as a community hero because I do so much for community. Then I won the Woman of Influence Award. This was actually last week.
Oh,
and I've won a lot of other awards as well. So every time, even with him, like I won a poetry award and I was on Dean Scholar list. And both times he was like trying to like be so abusive because I don't know if he felt insecure or if he felt jealous or if he just didn't feel good enough. I don't know, whatever it was, but he was hurting me, right?
oh,
so that's the reason I don't want to get into any relationship.
that's illegal in America, but
yeah.
yeah.
No, but he did and got away with it, right?
Oh, because you didn't complain to whatever. But the reason I ask how many years you give yourself is because a woman has maybe up to 35 or 40 to have children, so she has to give herself a deadline.
I wouldn't agree to that. It used to be the case, but if you are really fit and healthy, and right now the medical profession has progressed so much. Like last year, I read the news that a 70-year-old woman gave birth to her first child. So I don't see any time limit to having babies. If you really want, like there's IVF, there are all sorts of treatments, right?
Oh yeah. Did you say a 55-year-old?
No, 70.
Oh, where?
In India.
Wow.
And she had been trying for several years. And I mean, she looks like her baby's grandma, but it's her baby. And she never gave up. And of course, she'll give him the best. I mean, anyway, everyone gives the baby the best, right? So every parent wants to give their baby.
So she did the IVF then?
Yeah, yes, she did the IVF. And I don't know if she went through a donor egg. She might have, because at that age to have your own egg is very, very difficult. But and also see, many people I'm not adverse to adopting. See, if I adopt a newborn baby, it will be like my own baby, right? I love babies, by the way. So
yeah, you can adopt. Yeah, that you're right. You can adopt a child. There's so many children who are for adoption.
Who need a good, yes.
Yeah, right now we have 545 children in cages waiting to be reunited to their parents, that they said in the debate. So all these kids are going to be adopted eventually.
And that should be nice, because as long as they get a good home, right?
Yeah.
Someone who loves them like their own parents. So
yeah, because they cannot locate their parents. But you're right. There's so many kids out there who need a family, who need love.
Yeah.
They can be
adopted. Especially in the eastern countries or the poorer countries, right? Where they might not have the best resources, or they might not have the best life unless someone from a good family adopts them. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to the Philippines, you can come back with 3 or 4 kids under your arm.
Have you done that? I've seen
no, because I know a lot of people have done it. The new Supreme Court nominee, Amy, she adopted 2. Oh, nice. You know, Amy, I don't know if you saw that in the news. She adopted 2 kids outside her own. And I know many people who are adopting refugees, you know.
No, I as long as the kid is young enough, can learn the values I teach. I'm not adverse to any kid, but of course I would prefer to adopt from India, because then they will look like me.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Then you take a trip to India and bring him with you, or bring her with you. And she would look maybe like...
I like girls, so I would like more girls. If I'm adopting, I think it will all be girls.
You're gonna do what?
I'm saying if I'm adopting, it will all be girls, because I love girls.
Oh, you rather have a girl?
Jewelry, right?
Oh, you rather
have jewelry. I have a lot of jewelry.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, girls, yeah. They usually, it's the opposite. Usually people prefer a boy, but it's good that you prefer girls, because boys are usually what people want.
Okay. No, I love girls, and in my family, most people love girls, because you can dress them up. You can Like, and girls usually are more closer to their parents than the boys.
That's
They
true.
take care.
They're kinder and they stay home more. Uh,
Yeah. And if the needs, they will more often than not, they are the ones to take care of the parents.
yeah, and right now there's no difference in terms of whether they will support their parents when they grow up, because now
Yeah.
even women earn good money.
Yeah.
In the
So
old
anyone.
days, they wanted
Yeah.
the boy because he would be the breadwinner and support his
Uh-huh.
parents, but that's no longer the case now.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So
Yeah,
let's
and I thought like you give good values and good traditions and good, I would say, care and love to the kid and teach them the right values, right? Because here I find most people just teach people their kids, okay, to like money as the main value, but I feel that that can't make people happy. So I would say, like, I mean, of course you need money, but if you have the right values of compassion, kindness, loving each other, being empathetic towards each other, then you are more happy, because then you always have friends around and you have good relationships.
yeah, that's another factor, because you say happiness factors.
Yeah.
People usually marry their same socio-economic level. Like
Yeah.
someone who makes 12,000 is not going to marry someone making $20 million a year. They try to marry equal.
Yeah, they should be equal, or the guy should make more. Because in my case, I feel that my ex turned that abusive because I started making more money than him, getting more
Oh,
promotions than him, even though he is an engineer and he has patents and stuff. But I think that's why he got jealous. So I always, if I go in a relationship, I always want the guy to be more successful than me, because then he won't get the ego and won't get abusive.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lose control if you don't need them as much
Yeah.
financially, and
Yeah.
they want to be under control.
Yes.
They want to control you. They don't
Yeah.
want they don't want certain people in the house. They want to keep to to give their opinion on how you dress. You gotta
Uh-huh.
dress. You gotta cover yourself. There's a lot of control going on. It's like they're afraid that someone will snap them from from them. Will take them their.
Yeah. Like in my situation, I wasn't even allowed to have friends.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. They don't.
that's
Yeah, yeah. It's
crazy.
like they won't let them in the house.
Yeah, yeah. So,
They want
and
you
with
to.
work, you have to have friends because you work with other people, right? You have to be friendly to them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They don't want you to have friends because they want you
Yeah,
to have just them.
yeah, like control, all the control, right? If you have other friends, then they will tell you, okay, this is not wrong. Should not be happening. Like if I had, I think that time had other friends whom I had told about all the abuse, then I think I would have gotten out sooner than I did. I would,
Mm.
because that time because I didn't, and also every time if I would ever, like, I remember one time he had hit me really, really bad, and I was really mad, and I said I'll call the police, and then he started crying, and I started feeling sorry for him. So, but if I told that to a friend, then the friend would have told me that no, you should do that, right?
Yeah, that's what happened with the previous sheriff of San Francisco. His wife told a friend, and then the sheriff did not become a sheriff because she, they called the police on him. But then after they got separated and she went back to her country, now they're back together.
Mm-hmm.
And he went through therapy, anger management, and
Okay.
now they are back together.
Okay. Hopefully he's not doing the same to her again.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hopefully he learned his lesson when he lost
Yes.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so some people different path, some get back together after therapy and some don't. It depends of each case.
Yeah.
But
My situation, I would say that I'm from a very sheltered and nice family. So I used to be a like very naive girl who used to think everyone is like true to their word. Everyone is looking out for you, or people are always good. But
everybody's nice. Yeah.
yeah, but after his experience and him like cheating me of so much money and abusing me so much, and like pretty much taking because of my love, he was able to manipulate me so much and getting away
Mm,
with them.
mm,
I would say that made me that was the blessing in disguise, which made me the strong woman I am, or the successful entrepreneur, or the big risk taker which I am today. Because if that hadn't happened, I think I would be still be like happy just with a 9 to 5 job, and maybe I would have had a few kids, a few houses, and that's it. But right now, I wouldn't have realized so much importance of mental health, and so much, because see, I'm the same person, but how my viewpoint or perception has changed, because now I'm no longer getting put down every day or abused by anyone, and I'm feeling confident that I can achieve anything I set my mind to, and that's been a big change. And I think if that experience hadn't happened, I wouldn't be the strong, confident woman I am today.
That's very good. That's very good because yeah, like I have 3 shows, but I don't know how. The only thing I like doing is producing. I don't know how to do the business part of it. So maybe um, you can guide me there and be more
Sure, I would love to actually. And also I can help you get like a digital
connected.
marketer or someone offshore, because that will cost you a lot less, like 1/5, 1/6, and it will give you a lot of output.
Okay, okay. Sounds good. So you can be also kind of a coach to happiness kind of thing.
Sure, I would love to do that because that's my passion.
Oh,
So what I did is, see, even when after I opened my company, because I haven't gone for funding yet, right? So I had saved money in my 401k. I took a loan against my 401k. Even paid fine last year because they don't allow you unless you are 59 and a half, right, to borrow without penalty. So
yeah, I
anyway,
have a
so
solution for that. I have a solution for that for you.
okay, nice. I would love to know that.
I can
So
I
any,
can I can send you a video that explain how you can take out before 59 and a half. But I will explain that to you because it's called Index Universal Life. You can withdraw from your own money before
uh-huh.
at any age. So
Oh,
I'll
I would
send,
love to know that. Yeah.
yeah, I'll send you a video about it.
Okay.
So it's an independent video. I didn't make the
Uh-huh.
video, or my
Okay.
company didn't make the video. It's just an
Uh-huh.
independent video on YouTube. I'll send it to you. But
Okay. But
but
this year, actually, because of the COVID, they are allowing you to take out money if you can
yeah,
pay within the next 5 years, pay
yeah.
it back. They
If you
won't
pay it
find.
back, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a loan against your
5 years,
own.
I will. I mean, 5 years, either I go back to corporate or my company goes through the roof.
Oh, that would be great. So you up for funding soon then?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm going for funding. Actually, I've started spreading the word right now, but next month, once my product is out, then I will go full-fledged into the funding mode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you're in the right meetup because Rob Blah can help you. He has a lot of connections.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, through his meetup only, I met a lot of good people, and I got some advisors on my board, as well as because you see, other meetups on startup, they are only about like pitching, but here he teaches you, okay, what are the things you need to do in order to go to the pitching stage, right? So you have
Yeah.
different speakers. So I got a lot of information. Actually, when he was on site, I used to attend one of his events every week.
Oh, so you know him for a long time.
Oh yeah, I know him for a while actually. He knows me
Oh,
pretty
okay.
well.
No, I just met him 2 months ago, so I don't know.
Oh, where did you
So
meet him 2 months
yeah, yeah,
ago?
yeah. No, I mean when I joined the meetup
Oh, okay, okay. I thought because I don't think he came
because
out to come.
I live in San Francisco, so I never went to his San Jose in-person meetups.
No, he has a San Francisco meetup also.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, yeah, he has all over. He has Palo Alto, he has San Jose. He's San Jose very few actually, mostly in Palo Alto,
Yeah,
Mountain View.
yeah.
And then I have been to his meetup in San Francisco. Actually, the first time I met him was in San Francisco in Weston on Union Square.
Oh, I never heard of it then. I never heard of it.
No,
I
it's a good group
I used
actually, and we have lots of different meetups. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to go to network after work. After a while, it was not too many people, and then Caesar
I never liked
Plata.
that afterward.
No, no, it was no good after a while. And then
Uh-huh,
Caesar Plata shut down San Francisco, and
uh-huh,
then a few other people started. We meet,
uh-huh.
but it was mostly for students. So I wish I had known Rob Lab meetups earlier, but it's so far my best meetup with.
Yeah.
Uh,
And also, I do have a happiness factor meetup once a month, but of course, right now it's online. But
yeah,
I give like free session on happiness or whatever topic people want on mental health.
When
And I have 500 members in my meetup.
Oh, sure. Is it what day? I'll look it up.
Sure. So, I mean, it will be, I think, end of, not end of next month, because end of next month is Thanksgiving. So before that, so I will say, I haven't set the date for November yet.
Oh, so okay. No, but I'm saying what day of the week is it?
So usually I do it on a Friday.
Oh, Friday. Okay.
6 to 9 or something like that, because
okay.
Friday people don't have to go to work next day, so it makes sense. And also people show up by 6:30, so 6 to 6:30 is the networking, then the presentation, then again networking, and some of us even go to dinner afterwards, like together.
Oh, that's nice. So you already started it?
Oh, it's been there around for almost 2 years now, but I haven't had active meeting for, I would say, a few months. Of course, not since COVID, and before that also I was busy with some other stuff.
Oh, because you're busy. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
No,
but right now I'm doing it online. Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be online. All right, sounds good. I'll look it up maybe in December, see if you have a new one or January.
Yeah, so Happiness Factor is the meetup group, but I'll send you all the contacts
info. Yeah, to join the meetup, because you get, because after the first meetup you get a reminder every month, right?
Yeah, if you join in the meetup group.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll be happy to join your meetup. I love this confinement because I've find out new things. I meet different people, so my life has actually been better, because in the past I used to be able to do interviews only in San Francisco, and people who could not come to San Francisco to the studio were not on my show. And now I already have interviews in Australia, in London, in Portland. So I've been interviewing people in many states, which did not happen before COVID. It was only mostly people who could be in San Francisco at the date and time that the studio was reserved. That was another factor. It was not at their convenience. It was at the convenience of the studio. In any event, to go back to happiness factors, is there a certain number of factors, like 5, 6, 7?
Yeah.
There is?
So I would say, in order to be happy, right?
Yeah.
So I would say, like, having gratitude as a daily part of your life, setting an intention every day. Like, for example, I can give you the example, like when I wake up, I think about 3 to 5 things I'm grateful for. I set the intention that I usually am doing yoga, so I will look at both my hands when I get up and rub my palms together, place it on my eyes, and then slowly open my eyes, and then set the intention that today is going to be an amazingly beautiful day. So that keeps you better prepared, right, for the rest of the day, whatever life brings. Even if it's not an amazing, but it's better than if I hadn't set the intention. So gratitude, intention, then having faith that everything is working out for our highest good. Even if something bad is happening, instead of complaining about it, I would say try to take the lesson from there, like learning, right? What is trying to teach me. Then have prayers or like ask for our affirmations. Some people call it. I call it prayers. So for what you want to achieve in life. Then write a daily journal. So I write every night before I go to bed. Eat healthy, preferably organic homemade meals.
Okay.
And don't give into addictions, because addictions always have a negative benefit. And I would say include meditation and yoga in your everyday routine. And try to get out of the house at least once a day.
Oh yeah, I do that every day.
For a walk, yeah, that's very, very important, right?
As long as the sun is shining, I am out.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's why I did most of my interview at 9, so at 10 I can leave and have the day outside. Nice. But I don't know how it's going to work out when the weather is going to change. But so far, I've been out every day since March. Every day I had a nice day.
Oh, that's awesome. See? So, I mean, you learned the secret of happiness.
Yeah, I mean, it's my secret sauce. to see the sunshine, to see new people every day is my secret to happiness.
Nice.
I mean,
and how long have you been doing this, interviews,
well,
the TV show?
interviewing people, 87 I started.
Wow, that's a really long time.
No, but it was not this show. It was called the French American TV. This one for 2 years. What's Your Idea for startups is 2 years. And before that, for 10 years, all about your profession. People will talk about their profession and to help other people decide that if that's a profession they want to get into.
Okay, that was kind of a mentorship, yeah.
Yeah, so I would invite all kinds of professions, and then they would say, I do this, I do that during my job. And people say, oh my God, I didn't know this is what people do, you know. People think that if you're a lawyer, you go to court and you're in front of a judge and all that. That's not true. A lot of lawyers are all day in front of their computers.
That's so true.
Yeah, so people have a different idea of what the job is when it's totally different. So they tell us what they do on their job, and people get a better idea of what the job is going to be. Yeah, so that was one of my show, and the previous show, which I still do, is I used to represent the French community here. So I do interview in French and English.
Yeah, I was going to your website, and of course I saw many videos were on French. I could not understand that. But you know, in my family, 2 members speak French because they went to school in France.
Oh, okay. So let's say that's good. That's good. So I did also bilingual TV. So I wanted to do Spanish American, the top 5 languages. Because I know that the common language for immigrants is English, right? And their language they come to America with is their language from their country.
So I speak from my country.
Exactly. So there is a market for immigrants to hear their own language and also the English part. So there is a market for it for different languages. I don't know what's the percentage of immigrants from different countries, but I know that Indians are a significant number in the Bay Area because a lot of software engineers here, but some other areas of the country might be Spanish, like Florida, or other part of the countries, maybe Italian, maybe in New York, a lot of Italians come to New York. So there are some languages that are more predominant in some states.
Even Russian, I meet lots of Russians in the San Francisco area.
Oh yeah. In the Richmond district, we have a Russian community. So if we find a host to do Russian American, that would be great. You can do Indian American.
Yes, I would love to do. You know, when I was little, everyone used to think I will become a TV newsreader.
Okay, so you'll do Indian America, I do French American, and we'll find a Russian American, Italian American, and maybe we have a Japantown here, Japanese American, whatever.
Actually, yeah, there is a Japanese lady I know in San Francisco. She's an artist, Taiko Fuji, and her art, what she drew, was displayed in the Union Square.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I had the domain name Bilingual TVs for different languages, but then it was hard to find the person who wants to do it on a regular basis. It's easy to find someone to do it one time, like Spanish, American, one, but to do it regularly, you gotta have a passion.
Like once a month, or how regular do you
No, whatever they want, but if we do a show in their language, it has to be at least once a month, like you said. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
I'm up for once a month. I can do
it. You'll find someone who's
if you want me to find you someone who can do Russian American or Japanese American, I will be able to find you because I have a lot of friends.
Yeah. So the guy who did the Italian American passed away. He used to do Italian American, but we don't have a replacement for Italian American. And